altar, boards on every door, names you buried under silence still echo through the floor. You call it flaw, you call it failure, call it something not your own, but every exile of the soul still waits to be brought home.
What you fight keeps breathing, what you hide survives. The parts you swore were monsters are starving in the dark inside. This is the shadow you denied,
the fire you try to outrun, every rage, every longing, every brilliance undone. You don't become whole by imagining figures alive,
but by making the unconscious conscious through enduring the dark night. A rupture splits the narrative, the life you tried to keep. A love breaks, a crown falls, and the ground gives way beneath. You swear it's not your calling, you say this can't be me, but the soul doesn't whisper, it shatters what we won't see.
You point the blame outward, name the enemy's face, till the mirror starts speaking in your own voice, your own race. This is the shadow you condemn, wearing someone else's skin. Every trait you crucified was knocking from within. You don't awaken by escape or keep an ego crown. You descend to reclaim the parts you buried underground.
Dreams speak in symbols, not logical law. The unconscious doesn't reason, it paints, it claws. You fall into darkness, mistaken for the end, but dissolution is the language of something real gonna begin.
Ego tempts to crown, I am the truth, I am the flame.
Then comes the hollowing, the ashes of the
name.
Stay with what terrifies you long enough to learn its sound.
The grief, the hunger, the terror, all wanna be unbound, not purified away, not erased, not defeated, but seated at the table each morning greeted.
When truth stops being violent
And darkness isn't war, the fracture starts to soften, what was split begins to form. You are not your persona, not the mask you learned to wear. You are the light and dark, holding terror, love and care. Individuation isn't comfort, purpose grows where illusions die. In the crucible of truth, you're resurrected by the dark night. This is reconciliation, not victory, not peace, but holding contradiction without the need to flee. The gold was never given, it was made through fire and loss. The self emerges quietly from the ashes of the cross.